Alright, so I think it's finally time that I show you guys the big reveal. Boom. That's right, these are finally done. These projects are finally complete, and now you guys get to see it in all of its glory. And basically I thought I'd give you guys a rundown of the whole thing and what I put into each of these builds because they took a lot of time and a lot of money. So starting with Soul over here, with everything not including the extra pieces for the mag, would be around $1,370. So that's how much this went down the drain. And this comes out to an estimate of $2,365. So both of these were not cheap by any means. And that's also without the accessories. With the accessories, I think it goes up to around $2,582. So yeah, those are the two pieces that I basically finally completed. And as far as extra goes, I'm talking about extra mags and all the extra pieces. And I'm not including HPA or anything because I feel like that is its own system, so I'm not going to count that in there. But yeah, these are the over two babies. Also, I want to say, I know it's been a while for the Airsoft videos. Been busy DJing, doing a lot of things. I'm also trying to just sort a couple things out too. You guys already know, I hate saying this over and over again, but I appreciate you guys for waiting. I've been trying to post weekly, give you guys a little bit of something so you guys can watch at home, little shorts, you know, DJ videos. But anyways, without further ado, let's go into our first one, Soul. So it has come a long way from being a gold match high kappa. Now it's become a fully decked out, really dope looking, yeah, just a really nice piece that I ended up coming with. So it came from gold high kappa to Soul. So Soul was basically, I don't know if you guys know, this was my first project. I think this was the first project when this whole thing started, to be honest. And this basically kind of just kicked off the idea for what I wanted to do in the future of this. As far as this goes, this build, I really like the way it came out. I think it came out almost exactly the way I wanted to. The only thing is I wish that this bottom piece was also gold as well as this, so it would be matching, but couldn't find that, so I figured I'd just leave it be. But either way, honestly, it actually came out pretty nice. So starting from the bottom up, the bottom's at STI. This over here is Cow, and these custom hex cutouts that you see, these are actually cut by myself. I actually took a Dremel and some like tracing paper and started like just figuring out my own design, because I don't know if you guys seen the other grips that they sell, but basically I wanted more support on mine, and that's especially how I did it. I actually even also wrapped it, because I don't know if you guys know, it's like a plain cow grip. So I actually ended up putting some rubber grip tape, I think I found, and it just kind of worked out really cool. It gives you a nice feel, premium. Working the way up, miscellaneous small things. Oh, yeah, I need to stop doing that. I'm gonna blind myself. Small things. I think this is AIP. I'm gonna try to remember these. AIP mag release, been working well. Airsoft Masterpiece grip screws, Infinity, I think, also really well. This was something gamma. This is a something gamma trigger. Airsoft Masterpiece safety. This is a stock gold match safety. This is an Airsoft Masterpiece frame. You could tell by that. I actually painted that to make it stand out. And also the paint jobs are also all Cerakoted, which is a whole other fee that I didn't include. TLR light, I like this one. Very easy, flashy, you know, it's nice. Everybody runs this. I put some gel to protect the thing from getting cracked. This Airsoft Masterpiece, I believe, too. Speed Cat slide, Limb Cat slide, Airsoft Masterpiece. Pretty sure you guys are familiar with this one. This was pretty cool. I like the cuts. AIP sights. This is the Ace Tech Tracer. I think Brighter C, nothing too crazy. Cal recoil rod. This is I think it was 9 balls hex. No, this is Airsoft Masterpiece. It's hex hammer, which is a nice touch to add the honeycomb. But yeah, everything else on the inside is also been gutted. Guns modify steel chamber. Barrel, I think, was a cow inner barrel, and then the back housing was Airsoft Masterpiece for the housing, garter for the nozzle, I believe. And also changed out and reinforced the internals here. But overall, everything that I listed, that is how this entire setup is. And I'm not gonna lie, if there's one thing I learned while trying to make this, if you guys are gonna try to make your own customs, a lot of it is trial and error. I'm not gonna lie. I think you're gonna have to also set up a side money for just trying things and seeing if they work or not. Sometimes things will fail, so you can't be discouraged, and you just gotta keep going with it, especially with high kappas, because I feel like you're always trying to fit nozzles and stuff. I know a lot of people sometimes put the Teflon tape around the O-ring for the pistons in the back, to seal it. I'm not too crazy about that. I would prefer just get a bigger O-ring and then try to sand it down, because that way it's one solid piece. I feel like the Teflon tape, I'm scared of it just basically like really ruining the nozzle. Like it gets stuck and then the whole thing just kind of falls apart. So I don't recommend it. I heard some people get away with it. If it works for you, then it works for you. I actually ended up having to do fitment with the O-rings, and basically I just got myself, like I said, I got myself another rubber O-ring, sanded it down, made it fit to size. You use the air check by putting your thumb on the nozzle, you know, pulling to make sure that the air is sealed. And other than that, I think everything else was pretty straightforward. For the most part, if you guys want pieces to fit automatically, I would say just stick with one brand. Most of this is Airsoft Masterpiece parts, so it was kind of worked out. Other than like the nozzle issue, it wasn't too bad, but a lot of it was just waiting for parts. But sole is now complete, and you guys will definitely be seeing this a lot more often. Going on to the big boy, we have Apollo, and Apollo is a funny story because this actually started off as a G&G Combat Machine 2.0. Yes, Raider Combat 2.0, Combat Machine. Put that in your head. Look at this and look at the Raider G&G. That means you can do it too. I actually forgot to put this on, so I'm gonna put that on so it looks nicer. But anyways, let's break it down. I think nothing on this is in a stock anymore except for the selector switch plate thing. But let's work our way up. We have stock. This is Strike Industries. Don't know what it's named. Buffer tube is changed out to an EMG. This is a Strike Industries Castle. Body, Retro Arms. Retro Arms, I gotta tell you guys a story about that, but this is a Retro Arms body. Beautiful finish. Rail is a Crytek Trident. Same thing in the front with the Ace Tech. So have that tracer right up front. This one's cool because it actually does the chronograph, and if I wanted to I could light green or red BBs, which is dope. I actually wasn't expecting it to fit so flush with this rail because it was so big, but it actually ended up working really nice. So there you go. Front sight, this is Magpul. This is Magpul as well. Pretty sure you guys are familiar with those. This is an O-light, just the fact that I could recharge it, and it's really for Airsoft, it'll be fine. Kept that. And then the outer barrel inside this rail is Noveski. I don't know if I'm butchering that. Noveski. I don't know. Yeah, I think that was a Noveski, like a white silverish barrel. I just kind of, if you see the gold inside, the gold inside it is actually like a vinyl wrap that I did. It was pretty cool. It actually turned out really well. So it's just kind of like an easy way to have like that gold plated look without having like to go through gold plating. Inner barrel was changed to, I think, a Prometheus barrel, if I'm correct. This is a Strike Industries. Working our way down. Hop up, I think, was a Max. MAXX hop up? Max hop up? Yeah, I think it was a Max hop up. A lot of this stuff that, honestly, it's been so long because this took so long to do, and both of these took really long to do, so bear with me. This is a Unity riser mount. I think these are really hard to find. This is the Airsoft version. There is the real steel version you could go for, but honestly, that's a lot. And if you got it like that, you know, if you want to add more to this, then you can add more to it. HoloSun 503, I believe. Really nice sight. Just kind of gets the job done. Little protector. Don't know where I got that from. I think it was just whatever. Honestly, this, you don't really need anything specific for that. Just as long as it protects it. This is a custom Stanley Arms mock bolt, but I honestly don't even know. It's actually a really cool touch to the entire thing because I like it. It's like gives it a nice shine. Inside, the inside of it is a Retro Arms gearbox, and I think I fit it with a bunch of random parts, SHS parts, Lonex parts. I forgot what I got the shims from. I think the shims were SHS. Yeah, a lot of the gearbox is just miscellaneous put together. The motor that I use, Warhead Industries, that motor is fire. This is the PTS grip. I did file it down to get the angle corrected. Max trigger and Retro Arms miscellaneous. So the orange pieces, all Retro Arms. Oh yeah, I never got to tell you the other cool touch that I did with this was that I actually put numbers on these. So it's just like a cool, you know, I go by Astro when I'm on the field, so it's just like a cool sci-fi, and also keeps track of which ones are empty. So, you know, everything's just nicely labeled, and it just kind of adds to the aesthetic, which I really like. But yeah, other than that, to be honest, that's pretty much how everything goes. And I forgot to mention that this also has the Gate Titan V2 blue. So I have the little blue link, which is really cool because I'm actually able to change the settings and do like a lot of tweaking on the fly, just in case I don't, just in case you're not home to tweak it. I want to be able to tweak it when I'm on the field. So with that, let's talk about all the gripes and all the things that I had to go through. Fitment with gearboxes. Retro arms is pretty, I guess, spot on with like Tokyo Marui parts, but to be honest, I did retro arms shell and a retro arms gearbox because I just know that those two were gonna work together. The only thing I would say is that the gearbox, I don't know if what I did was wrong, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. But you can kind of see through here. You see this little nub over here? Yeah, that's basically like a collapsed part from the shell. Like the shell, I guess, like, the nub that holds the nozzle. I think after a while, it just started bending on itself because of the pressure. I'm not using anything too crazy, so I know it's not that. And also, I know that I didn't use any of the parts that they told me that I shouldn't be using. So I know that it's not really a user error. So it has to be that something on the gearbox was not really correct, or that's just not made strong enough. But I don't know. To be honest though, even though it's cracked, it still works. But it's just a little gripe. Just give you guys like an FYI. So if that happens to you, I'd rather you guys not have that happen to you, so little heads up. But overall, yeah, custom paint jobs all across like that. I filled it in black. Yeah, basically that's Apollo built up. I was actually debating if I wanted to do HPA or AEG. The only reason why I did AEG on this is because I feel like for close quarters it'd be just really easy to maneuver, like with just like no strings, nothing attached. That also brings me, so the batteries that I use, if you guys want to know, is these Nanotech 1.2. I'm pretty sure I had to modify this. Either I had to modify this or I had to modify what was in the gearbox. I think it was actually maybe in the gearbox. But yeah, these are the batteries that I use. These were great. I think they hold enough charge for like a couple of games, but I would say if you guys were to buy these, I would say buy like 3 or 4 just to be safe. Even though they hold up great, and if you get your AOE right on this, and the motors and you shim everything correctly, it'll take less power from that, which is really cool. So it should be okay for what it is, but it's just that without the hose, it's very easy to maneuver. And plus, if I wanted to switch, I don't have to worry about a tube going into my way. As far as gripes on this thing, or like certain things that I had to deal with when I was making this up, I would say the biggest things were, first, the Warhead motor is amazing. Like if you could get the Warhead Industries motor, it's really dope. The only problem is right now I know they have like logistic issues. So if you can't get your hands on that, maybe hopefully in the future they will be able to put it out back on their website. When you get it, it's really nice and I really like it. The only thing is the tabs where you plug in to the MOSFET of your choice, that tab usually breaks. For me, it broke I think twice, so I had to basically resolder it. So that's the only like really annoying thing that I had to deal with when it came to building this motor part, because the motor is something that you take in and out a lot, so to have it like break down on you that easily, like tab is just breaking, it's not really something that you want to see on a motor that you pay that much for. Other than that, just the motor and the gearbox are the two things that I had the most like with. Everything else kind of just worked really flawlessly. The fit on this was kind of easy. The only annoying thing I hated was also that finding a different buffer tube to like fit is a whole different ball game of fit and wonder, because certain stocks have like certain shells have like pieces sticking out, certain ones don't, and that was that was pretty hard to figure out too myself. But a lot of it is trial and error, so make sure that you keep some money in the side if you're going to try to do something like this, especially build this extreme. I am actually planning to do another build. I'm just currently waiting for something to come out, which is the KSG, and I think I have an idea for it. It's going to match the aesthetic for this. It's going to be sick. So that's going to probably be the third in this trifecta. But here we go. Apollo, one more time, give you guys a good look. Actually, let me put this in here. Yeah, there you go. Apollo, and of course, Soul. And these two, like I said, finally finished projects. I just want to give you guys a little update on these things, because from this point forward, you're obviously going to see me play with these. And now that I've completely Cerakoted it, done whatever I needed to do with it, these came out nice. And this is probably what you're going to see from the field from this point forward. So I always want to give you guys a quick little update. have a couple of videos trying to put together, but one of them I actually recorded. I didn't like the way I recorded it. I'm really about, like, if I don't really like the way I did it, I try to do it again. So I am going to try to re-record that for you guys. But the place that I went to was sick. So basically I'm just gonna have to rerun that video because I feel like there's certain things that I could have done a little better. And plus I wanted to show you guys the finished product of these two before I even hit that field. So I figured I'd give you guys that insight as well. Like I said, this channel takes a long time to do a lot of the longer videos because I'm a one-man team, but we make it work. And with that being said, if you guys have any questions with builds, let me know. I will try to answer them down in the comments. I don't know if you guys notice, I'm very active in the comment section. So if you guys give me a little message down there, I will be sure to try to answer them as I can. Or if someone else can answer the question down there, feel free. This is a discussion. I want this to be like a little place where people can actually get some information, because finding information necessarily for certain things is not really that easy. But hey, we get by. So anyways, guys, I just want to say thank you because we finally made it. This is finally done. This is Apollo. This is Soul. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.